Scanning for audio.
Hello, welcome to a Tin Dog podcast once again. This time I'm going to be talking about Dark Gallifrey Morbius Part 1. I don't know how many series this Dark Gallifrey thing is going to be, and that's fine. But the important bit is Samuel West, Syrian, is in Big Finish. I know he's done some before, but let's face it, it's Sam West, one of the, giants of acting. Seriously, I don't know why I coughed like that. And yes, he is acting royalty, but that's fair enough. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a box set, a brand new series, set in the darker sides of Gallifrey. So it's a whole new thing. Now, here's what they've done. Do you know the way you've got steampunk, where you've got steam stuff? You've also got, they've kind of gone, is woodpunk a thing? Pirate punk? Sailpunk. Sailpunk sounds good. Yeah. So they've kind of gone Gallifrey sailpunk. Now, this is Dr. Free. Now, I know there's a picture of Tom on the second box. Not done the second box yet. I know it's due out this week. But I've been, distracted, and the fact that I had no voice really didn't help with these reviews. So, Gallifrey 1.1, Morbius Part 1. There's a lot of ones going on there. It's written by Tim Foley, who's always the safe pair of hands. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go for the synopsis and we'll take it from there. When things turn dark and you're all alone, there's one traveller of time and space, a wanderer in the fourth dimension, a renegade Time Lord who will always be there to bring back the light. But the thing about the Time Lords is they can't all be heroes. The time has come for the last Time Lord battleship, the Proteus, to leave the planet Khan and return to Gallifrey victorious. But her voyage home is not easy. The captain is sick, the crew is restless, and there are dark forces lurking in the hold below. Good description. Good, nice bit of writing. However, what it actually is this is the journey home from the last defeat of Morbius way before you see him on TV. I mean, like, way before. We're talking when the Gallifreyans they've just kind of declared themselves Time Lords. They're having wars amongst themselves with civil wars. This is kind of very early, dark, grubby late Tom Baker kind of stuff going on. It's really nice. Because the Gallifreyans have really fallen from Time Lord to the sort of things they became in the war. And this is not the Time War that we know and some of us love and some of us don't. No, this is the Time Civil War, where Morbius, who was clever, was trying to regain power. Now, he's been apparently defeated and apparently destroyed, but not quite. And this is about the time after that, which is interesting because you would have thought, they're going to do Morbius, his actual war, the conflict, all that business. No, this is set after that, which is clever because this is the rebuilding of the legend, which is so clever. Now, yes, Sam West's great, but he's hardly in it because, let's face it, at this point in the narrative, you're going to be building, he's Sauron. He's going to be someone who's going, I'm a bit scary. And that makes sense. So, on the main character front, we've got a whole different cast. And Amina Anwar, who is always good in everything. They've got her. You've got Rachel Atkins, who puts in a brilliant performance as the newly regenerated male-to-female captain, whose regeneration is going very badly. And you do suspect there's a whole vampire thing going on as well. You've got a character called the Shimmering Man, and then you've got someone who's a bit like an Ood, but even more scary. And it's all taking place on a time-travelling wooden spaceship that's got the artistic designs of a pirate ship. It's like a sort of dark Princess Bride, Mutiny on the Bounty kind of thing, but with Gallifreyan sensibilities. There's outcasts, there's old people it's just a lot of world building going on here. And you know what? The world building takes second place to the characters, and that's the way it always should be, and that's the way it is here, and it just is so good. Everyone's been saying how good this box set is, and I've been putting it off going, I'll get round to it. But as I've said elsewhere, my worries about new TV Doctor Who have been placated by the fact that it doesn't really matter, because I've got Big Finish to fall back on. So have you, and that's not bad. In Morbius, well, there's no sign of a doctor, and this is pretty damn good. There's one member of the Sisterhood of Khan hanging around. Oh, and let's just face it, it's just going to be brilliant. Here's the trailer and decide for yourself. I can't wait for part 2. Until next time, be seeing you.
And so it begins, and so it ends, and so it begins.
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, Dark Gallifrey, Morbius, Part 1.
The Proteus was the last remaining ship on Khan.
You are Captain Argento of the Proteus.
I'm the one who doesn't want you here.
Her crew was to ensure that the Sisterhood were all resettled, and that any stray survivors from Morbius's forces were gathered as prisoners.
This is it, folks! The Proteus is going home!
Then we are away.
And when we're back on Gallifrey, there'll be a hero's welcome for each and every one of us.
What is this sky?
It's the vortex. What we sail on, in, through, between. Rolco will already have told half the crew that we're giving passage to one of the sisters.
I bear greetings from the Sisterhood
I don't need those. Where's the elixir?
But somebody else would be joining them.
Come to our attention. There's an intruder on board, sir.
Rise! Captain Silver Argento.
I died in a blaze of glory. Took out a horde of demons as I did so, but I died all the same.
And soon he will rise.
Rise. I hear the name whispered by the crew, like a curse.
Morbius is not a man to be defeated by death.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. Everything discussed is the intellectual property of others. No infringement is intended. For early access to reviews, follow the show on YouTube or Twitter @TinDogPodcast. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.